Marshmallow Fanboy back with another video review. This time I'm going to do not one, not two, but three Gaming Greats figures from GameStop, exclusive to GameStop, I should say. They were all on clearance. They were all 50% off clearance, so they were all $14 or less. So I thought I would get them. They're army builders as far as I know, but I only wanted to get one just to take a better look at it. And because I don't want to army build any of these folks, I'm not really familiar with. So let's take a closer look at these guys. Start with their side art. I'm not sure what order these go in. They're not numbered. Let's see. I don't think they're supposed to go in that order, but they all have the same color. The Gaming Greats might all be in blue. I don't have any more. These two look like they go together because I can see the elbow. Let's see if this one goes over here then. No, it does not. But Imperial Senate Guard and NIGHTBROTHER Warrior do go together. Yeah, you probably have to have a set of these guys to be able to complete the picture. But it is very cool. So I got NIGHTBROTHER Warrior here. And on the back, a little bit about NIGHTBROTHER Warrior. Sorry about the glare. Let me try to get that off there. It's NIGHTBROTHER Warrior, a little bit about him. It says 05. Maybe the 05 is the order. No, because the NIGHTBROTHER Warrior is 5 and the Imperial Senate Guard is 8. And it looks like they go together because of the way the elbow comes down. Or maybe that's coincidence. Maybe that's supposed to be somebody else and I'm just conflating the two. I'm probably doing that. So a little bit about the Senate Guard there. And of course a little bit about the Flame Trooper. But, you know, what's there to know about a Flame Trooper? He's a trooper who sets things on fire. Fire! So that's it. These guys have the old classic plastic packaging, which somebody must be, you know, on their shelf at home. Maybe they have some LED lights and they shine right through that plastic portal and the figure just looks amazing, illuminated. But it's going to plastic-free packaging pretty soon, so that's not going to be possible. But these are probably the last Gaming Greats, and the Wookiee one. I can't remember which one that one was. But I did not get him. I did not care for him. So I'm going to bust these open and see what we've got. Let's take a closer look. Okay, now that all three of these are out, let's take a closer look at GameStop exclusive Gaming Greats. And I'm going to start with the Imperial Senate Guard. Now, keep in mind that I don't really know anything about the video games specifically. I imagine these are guys that you fight during the course of the game. I'm not sure what other function they have. This guy has a lightsaber right on top of his staff, which is pretty cool. Took me a second to figure out where to plug that in, but I thought, is that a blast effect or something? It's got to be a lightsaber blade. That's a pretty cool place to put a lightsaber blade. I'm not sure if this is reuse of the previous staff or not. I don't think so. I don't think it had the hole in it for the blade to go into. The details on it are pretty nice. Pretty standard. Of course, the bottom. I don't know if he holds it by these, or if he. I don't think he would hold it by this. I think this would be. Yeah, that would be counterweight. You would swing that around. But it's a cool weapon. I wish it didn't sort of kind of rotate around when I did that. I wish it was straighter, I guess. He has a little pistol, a tiny, tiny little pistol in his holster, and this little thing got dislodged when I was opening it, and it fell on the floor, and it's on the floor now. Okay. Got it. Now, there it is. See if I can make that clearer. This is a little pistol. It's very cool. Very small. Like I said, it fell right out of the package. I didn't know it came with it. I thought, why is his holster empty? I don't get it. So very cool. Just looks like a blue version of the Emperor's Royal Guard. Makes sense there'd be a color change if it was for a different function. No cape. I imagine that's for, I don't know, the cape I think didn't really keep them from battling. So let's see. The head. Oh, the head gets almost no rotation. No up or down. This guy is pretty much solidly looking in one direction. Resolute. See, arm goes all the way around. The shoulder pad is at the top of the shoulder. It doesn't really affect his movement around like that. Biceps, no, he has a swivel at the elbow. So swivel at the elbow. See, hinge. Yes, there's a. I see it. It's clear as day. If I can make it do it, there we go. It's a hinge. So you can make some more dynamic poses. Of course, he has the gun hand for the pistol. Holster for the pistol, which I took it out of there. Legs, let's see. Actually, let me do this, stretch out with the shoulders a little bit. The wingspan's not great. I mean, it's great for the armor because the armor only comes back to a point, and then this armor on the back doesn't sort of slide out of the way. It doesn't look like it's. I don't think armor is optional. I don't think it would come off even if you took the head off and the arms off. I don't think that armor comes off. Little bit of plating here. There's not a lot of nice details. Little pouch. I guess that's where he keeps his utility knife, maybe. That was a really dumb joke. Okay. So let's see if he has a thigh swivel. I think he does. I think I see the cut. Yes. Right there, thigh swivel. Good. And double knees. He can't quite kick his own butt. He's got a little bit of armor plating there on the knee, but it doesn't affect how you bend his leg. Let's see. The foot has the hinge and a pivot. So you could do all of that. Adjust his stance. Do some really dynamic stuff. That's weird that he stands up. I did that on accident. So that is the Imperial. He's going to stand that way for the rest of the review. How about that? He's just going to be like, Stella! He's yelling at his weapons. Remind me not to lose that tiny pistol. Okay. FLAMETROOPER will do next. FLAMETROOPER closely resembles a snowtrooper in the helmet and stuff, but he doesn't completely suffer from. I've seen this guy before. He's got some different details. Got a cool backpack, the backpack was on when he came out of the package, so it wasn't something that was separate. It came packaged with the backpack on. That was the first time I'd taken the backpack off. It did come with the hose attached, and I imagine the hose probably comes attached somewhere or detached. I don't want to detach it, but it did come detached from the hilt of the gun, and the flamethrower is just really cool. That's hard to see, but that is very cool. It's got the little red tip, like it's still pretty hot. Can't make that focus. You have to take my word for it. The red tip is pretty cool. I'll hold it out to there. Yeah. The backpack is really cool. I don't know what they use for fuel in a galaxy far, far away, but I imagine these two tubes have the fuel in it. Then, let's see. This is a good solid figure. He looks sinister. Looks very cool. Let's see. His head. Oh, his head does move up a little bit. So you can look up. He looks down just a little bit. Just a little. No side to side. No head tilt. Let's see. Arm goes all the way around. Yes. Arm all the way around. Same as the Imperial Senate Guard. The armor plates are on the shoulders. They don't really impede the going all the way around, but where they impede is just the wingspan here when you sort of stretch out your arms like that. Kind of one goes in, it looks like it disappears behind the back a little bit. This one might go a little bit more if you put some warm water on it or something. Maybe the plating on the chest and everything looks solid, looks like one piece. Prying at it doesn't look like, but there's a part under here. Looks like there's a definite part under the ribs where the upper torso can move, and he can twist by it. He twists by it. I don't know if that's... No, there's no waist involvement. The waist is not moving, so I don't think the waist moves. Maybe I can get a finger under there or something. Try to keep that whole thing from rotating. Oh, I think the waist does move. Either way, there's a little crunch. There's a little bit of plate where the armor kind of hits this. And so you can get it to crunch a little bit down, but not much. Let's see, the arms they rotate at the elbow. They are double jointed? I don't think so. No, they're single jointed. Am I right? They're pinless. Yeah, because this just hits up against that. Let's see, the wrist does have a hinge. See if the Imperial Senate Guard had double elbows. No, he had single elbows, and now he just looks crazier. And now he looks like he's screaming something. Oh, I'll get you next time, Gadget. Okay. So the legs are impeded by the, I'm going to call this like a smock, maybe? So his legs are definitely impeded by the smock. So you're not going to get a ton of movement unless you maybe cut up the middle or cut down the sides a little bit to let him really move. But other than that, he's not really going to move his legs out very much. But he does have a thigh swivel. The cut is hard to see, but it's right there. So he has a thigh swivel. He has double knees. So let me just fold this up just a little bit and see if I can make the double knees go. Let's see. That's about it. I think I get more motion without the smock. I'm going to call it a smock. I don't know what it is. Let's see, no boot swivel or anything, but does have a foot swivel or a foot hinge, and it has some side to side rotation, some good side to side rotation. Look, now his smock is flying up like he's standing over a windy grate. He is the Marilyn Monroe of the Star Wars universe. Happy birthday, Mr. Emperor. That's right, I did a Marilyn Monroe joke there. Mostly because I'm old. So, NIGHTBROTHER Warrior. This guy's super cool. I wanted him, but he was $28. And I said, for what? For $28 for what? But for 50% off. $28, I thought, yeah, he's worth $14. I can see 14. And he's cool looking. He's got kind of a Darth Maul upper torso and kind of a Sand People lower torso. It's just a really cool mix. I think these guys were on the Clone Wars cartoon too. I'm not absolutely sure, but it seemed to me like part of getting Darth Maul some legs was going to some planet where it was all of his people and they were all warriors. I don't know. Anyway, or anywho, This weapon has a this comes apart. I'm not sure what the use for that is when they come apart. I'm not sure if you battle with this, and it has a little bit of a little tooth in there, like a sand person thing would. It's for, you know, gouging and stuff, but it's, or it could be ceremonial. I'm not sure. I don't really know where that fits in, but the blade is super cool. I like that a lot. That would mess you up if you got hit with that. As for the figure itself, man, he just looks cool. He just looks like Darth Maul, but yellow. And for whatever reason, he looks angrier. Like a lot angrier. So let me straighten him out. So you got the spikes on top of the head, which are very cool. The spikes on the head haven't always been so pronounced because it's still sort of aimed at, well, I guess it's not aimed at younger people, but get somebody little and those spikes can probably put out an eye or something. And that is very cool. So first I'm going to start out with, can he look down? Oh my God, yes, he can look down. And it feels like there's a joint in the neck and at the head. So even without moving the head, I can still manipulate the neck. And that is really nice. And of course that goes for, yes, looking almost straight up. That is badass. Okay. And tilt to the, oh my God, that's an extreme tilt. And that's an extreme tilt too. He's like, hey man, who are you yelling at? I'm concerned about you. Okay. So wingspan, let's see, he's got butterfly joints. They're less pronounced. Here you go. The wingspan here. And it looks like this is another elbow bend, and it is. It's not double jointed, so you're only going to get 90 degrees, but that's a good motion. And let's see, the hands have a swivel somewhere. Yes. It has a swivel, so you can move it to and fro and all the way around. Of course, the arms go all the way around. The head goes all the way around. Let's see, there is a under the rib crunch, and the paint looks good. If you pull it up a little bit, it still seems to, like, the lines connect. And if you push it way down, the lines kind of disappear, but they fade into the designs on his abs. So it's kind of an unbroken pattern, you know, unless you twist it, and then it just looks like that tattoo artist messed up. Let's see, no, there's nothing at the waist. So you're only going to get the twist at the chest. The legs, there's this thing here, and I'm going to call this skirt. Call it a skirt. But see, if he has, it's kind of limited. It's a little bit further than the FLAMETROOPER, but not by a lot. He has a thigh swivel. Yes. I thought I saw a thigh swivel. Yes, I did. So he can swivel at the thigh. He has double knees. So if I can see, very hard to, but I can twist like that. That looks so unnatural. I'm going to say that they are great. It's a great range of motion. I just shouldn't have to turn the thigh so weird like that. But yeah, double knees. And he has the toe hinge, or the foot has the hinge rather, and he has side to side, so he can pivot on there. So yeah, that's all three. Now, again, I don't know a lot about them. I don't know anything about them hardly at all, but I am happy to have them. They're cool army builders, even though I'm not going to get any more of them. But they're a neat addition to the collection. I like it. I like the price that I got it for. So right now it's the holiday season, so if you can go into your GameStop and you can get some of these. If you weren't able to, if you're like me, you sort of thought, I like these, but I am not going to spend that, then this is for you. So hit your GameStop today. And remember, enjoy your toys.